Now, in an earlier video, I showed you guys FJB, the best baby dragon attacker in the world. But today, I'm excited to show you the best P.E.K.K.A attacker in the world. And that is Zell HD. Now, last season, Zell HD finished 68 in the world, which was very close to an even more impressive finish, but we're not going to talk about that. And right now, in the world, he is number 8 with 7,800 trophies, absolutely insane. P.E.K.K.A s are very difficult to use in this current meta, so let's go see how he does it. In his first attack, he is up against Gaming Guides, one of the best players in the world, and I think the best German player in the world. And he's up against a pretty common base we see, except it is a little bit shifted around, which actually makes it more anti-P.E.K.K.A. You'll see these 2-point defenses aren't close enough to the Mega Tesla for you to use both the abilities to take them both out at the same time, meaning you're going to have to deal with at least a Crusher or 3 double cannons and a Roaster and a Mega Tesla. All these are very anti-P.E.K.K.A defenses, so what does he do against it? So he switches from a Giant to going for 5 P.E.K.K.As and a Bomber, and he's using the Battlecopter over here to go for this double cannon. Now, when you're using P.E.K.K.As, your main goal is to try and take down as many of these double cannons or crushers as you can before you send in the main push. And that's exactly what he's doing. So he's going to take down this double cannon, but then that's going to leave this giant cannon, this crusher, and both these double cannons and the roaster, and he's wasting no time. He goes straight in for it. Now look what this wall break did. It is in range of nothing here, but it opened up all of these walls, making his P.E.K.K.A going to be able to just sweep through this entire base. Really smart usage there. So now, when does he put him down? We see that his Battlecopter is now going to take down this double cannon. Unfortunately, this Air Expo is going to make it a lot more difficult for him to survive for much longer. And now he's starting in all the P.E.K.K.As. He's put 3 down, and he still has 2 ready. But it looks like he's holding those for later. Now, he's going to send one of them into the Mega Tesla, which is going to allow him to take it out, and the next one into the double cannon. Now look at this, he has 4 abilities left, and he is going to use one of them on the Crusher to try and take that down quickly, and then he's going to use the next one onto this Expo to get rid of it behind the walls and to damage up the Roaster. And now look at this, guys, he has 2 P.E.K.K.As, no, 3 P.E.K.K.As, all with the ability left, and what he's going to do is just take down the rest of the base with them. He's going to be able to save both of their abilities for this next stage of the attack, and with the 3 P.E.K.K.As and a Bomber still alive, this is looking absolutely crushed for the second stage, but we're just going to speed it up real quick, and let's go see how he takes down the next stage. We're in the next stage now, and he's wasting no time yet again, starting his battle machine in the very corner to charge up the ability. He puts down a Giant to tank everything, and look at what this Bomber gets. It opens up all these compartments, leaving no compartment unopened. So now he's just going to put down 1 P.E.K.K.A. Keep in mind, he still has 3 left to deploy, and look at what this Giant can do. This Giant is taking no damage, and it's going to tank 3 cannons and a Archer from the guard post. So this is an absolutely great usage of the Giant, allowing him to get so much tanking and keeping a lot of health left on these P.E.K.K.As. So now he's sending in all the rest of the P.E.K.K.As just around the base, it looks like. He has a fully healthy one wrapping around, and he's going to use his Builder Machine ability to go take out these Zappies. That way they're not stalling him up too much. And, oh, I stand corrected. What a smart P.E.K.K.A ability. He uses the P.E.K.K.A ability to take out every single Zappy there, meaning he can use his Battle Machine ability to try and get some damage onto this Crusher. So let's see how that works for him. He's going to be able to get another hit, which is going to damage it up a little bit. He has one more ability hit, and he used the P.E.K.K.A ability to take out the Crusher before it did any damage to his troops. And now with a P.E.K.K.A, a Bomber, and the Battle Machine still moving, he has no issue taking down the rest of the space. And keep in mind, he still has an entire P.E.K.K.A ability still intact, which he can use whenever he wants. So we're just going to speed it up a little bit and watch him work here. And guys, this was a great first attack against a pretty anti-P.E.K.K.A base. He's in his next attack here, and he is up against Void. Now, 2 videos ago, we saw that Void actually made this base himself, and it got a lot of great defenses, but now it looks like he switched a little bit around, seeing this Mega Tesla is all the way into the middle here. This is really interesting he's taking P.E.K.K.As against it, because you'll see that there is the Expo here that is set to ground. Now usually a ground expo makes you want to use air, because then all you have to worry about are these 3 defenses instead of the 4 defenses, but now that it's set to ground, you have to worry about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big defenses, which are going to absolutely destroy you. Did I even count the Roaster? 7 defenses. and these defenses all do drastic damage to P.E.K.K.A.S. So this is a really, yet again, anti-P.E.K.K.A. base, but he knows his P.E.K.K.A. so well, and he's just going to be able to sweep through it. So let's go see how he does it. So he's starting his battlecopter onto this top side, and what this can get is he saw the ground expo, and he knows that now his battlecopter can get so much value because this roaster isn't going to hit him, so he can take down this archer tower no issue, then the crusher, and then maybe even the expo, and possibly even the roaster. So that could be huge value from the battlecopter, and a really good read here. So he's going to let the battlecopter just work onto this laboratory, and then it should go in immediately for the archer tower, and then he has nothing really to worry about with this battlecopter after that, because it's going to charge to full ability before the roaster can even get near it, and he's going to be starting his P.E.K.K.A.S all the way over here. Now this bomber opens up the first compartment, and he's put down, it looks like 3 of his P.E.K.K.A.S. Now, something we're seeing him do a lot here is he's going to put down a few of his P.E.K.K.A.S, but he's going to save 1 or 2 in the pocket so he can put them wherever he wants. So let's go see where he's going to put this one he's keeping. Now he's going to put it into the main part of the base here, and he has 2 P.E.K.K.A. abilities. I'm assuming he's going to use onto the crusher. That would be the best use, I would think, but nope. This is why he's the best. I'm just kind of guessing here. And you see this expo is doing a little bit of work, but look at what this bomber is going to do. It's going to open up the rest of all the compartments here, and it's going to allow him to just sweep through the rest of his base. Now you saw he used 1 P.E.K.K.A. ability, which allowed him to get some damage onto that double cannon, take out the Mega Tesla quicker, and guys, he has a bomber, 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, and his builder copter is still alive, which means that this next stage is going to be kind of a walk in the park, especially when you notice that 2 of these P.E.K.K.A.s still have their ability left to work with. So he just did an absolutely amazing job of taking down this base, and base recognition here was also on point, seeing that there's this ground expo there, meaning he could send the builder copter in to get a lot more value than usual. So let's go see what he does on the second part of this base. So he's switching to the ground battle machine, which is really smart because this battlecopter was a little bit damaged, and also look at all these air defenses, so that's not going to get much value if he kept it as the battlecopter. And it looks like, per usual, he's just going to take a giant and a P.E.K.K.A. in his 7th and 8th spot, and he's going to be able to take this base down. He's starting the battle machine in the corner again, and this giant hits a spring trap, putting it into the very core, but also that's going to get a little more value. And we see this bomber is throwing his bomb here, and it's going to be able to open up all of these compartments, and look at that. Now he can just send the P.E.K.K.A.s in all the way into the middle here, and they should all go straight into the base. Now the giant also got huge value, taking down the double cannon before it even lost its ability, and he's going to send in another P.E.K.K.A. to wrap around the base, and now he has 1 P.E.K.K.A. still undeployed. He's going to put on the very outside to take down this cannon. And this is a very interesting approach. You see a lot of people just put their P.E.K.K.A.s all into the base, but what he does is he uses them almost strategically around the outside to get some more value than they usually do. When they're all in the same part of the base, only 1 or 2 of them are actually going to hit a building, whereas if you put 4 in, 2 of them aren't doing anything, and he knows that, so he's putting them around the base and allowing them to get value onto the outside, and also to stay pretty healthy. And we see this is going to be not close at all. He still has a P.E.K.K.A. ability left. His battle machine has 2 more shots off on his maxed ability. And guys, this is yet again taken down with a whole P.E.K.K.A. ability to spare. That is really big, and it's just crazy to see his knowledge of using this strategy, knowing just how many P.E.K.K.A. abilities he is going to need to take down a base. So yet again, a really good second attack. We're in his third attack now, and he is up against one of the hardest bases in this meta right now. Look at this base. Now, it defends pretty much every strategy. You see it has this lava launcher behind a lot of high HP buildings, making it difficult to use cannon carts, not to mention this giant cannon is hidden. So cannon carts are pretty much impossible here. And then you'll see it has this big channel here walking you through a roaster, a Mega Tesla, a double cannon, and an archer tower, and also the giant cannon all the way up into a crusher, which means that P.E.K.K.A.s are just going to get absolutely killed from both sides as they walk through this channel. And then there's also this crusher and this double cannon on the outside of the base, meaning there's a lot you have to take care of before you can even use the P.E.K.K.A.s against this. This base, I have failed on it numerous times, and I am so interested to see how he takes it down, so maybe I can take it down the same way. Now, he starts his battle machine all the way up in this corner here to allow it to charge up its ability. Now, this this is very interesting. Usually on these P.E.K.K.A attacks, you see them use the battle copter to go get some value. And here he goes, he's putting in 3 P.E.K.K.A.s here. Look at the placements here. He's putting 1, 2, and 3 all in the corners of the building, so they're going to take down this camp, this clock tower, and then all go towards this builder hall, ideally. And he still has 1 P.E.K.K.A yet to deploy, and then he puts down this bomber, which is going to open up this roaster here. And look, 2 P.E.K.K.As are going into the base, 1's going around, going to be able to take on that crusher. He sends in the last P.E.K.K.A, as usual, holding on to the P.E.K.K.As until the last moment. And then now, his builder machine is going to be tanking that Mega Tesla, and look guys, he is just sweeping through the space. Now, the big issue is there's a double cannon, and the Mega Tesla, and the crusher's still alive, so what does he do here? Now, this is absolutely huge value. Did you just see that he used 2 P.E.K.K.A abilities, which took down this Mega Tesla behind the walls and the crusher immediately before they could get a shot off on any of his troops? Now, unfortunately, his bomber is going to get targeted, but guys, does this even matter? He has 2 P.E.K.K.A abilities, his battle machine is still alive, and he has 4 P.E.K.K.As all alive still. This is absolutely huge here. He's finishing off the space with 4 P.E.K.K.As still alive, I think, his battle machine, and this is going to make this second stage so easy, especially with the 2 P.E.K.K.A abilities he still has. Now guys, look, he lost his bomber, but he has another one in his 8th compartment here, and he has 1, 2, 3, and 4 P.E.K.K.As still ready to go. Now you'll see it is going to be a little difficult with his double cannon in here, but he's just sending in his battle machine all the way from the corner per usual. He hits a push trap, but it doesn't matter. Look at this giant getting this value, taking 1 and 2 big defenses. Now he's going to send in 2 P.E.K.K.As and his battle machine, and we see him holding on to those 2 P.E.K.K.As yet again. So let's go see what his plan is for those P.E.K.K.As. He's going to, I think, use them on the outside or use them, here goes one on the outside, but I think he might use one to go take out this cannon, which would be really smart. And look at the value on this bomber bounce yet again. He still has 2 P.E.K.K.As with the ability in the core here. He's going to use his battle machine ability to take down the Zappies, and he just absolutely walks through this base. What a crazy approach he did here. He's going to be keeping alive, what, I think 3 P.E.K.K.As. He might have one go down to this Tesla, unfortunately, but doesn't even matter. He still has a P.E.K.K.A ability he can use whenever he wants, and every single attack here, he has had a P.E.K.K.A surviving with the ability, so he is just walking through all of these bases. We're into his 4th and final attack now, and look who he's up against, King Zaki. We can see this is incredibly anti-P.E.K.K.A. You see, there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 separated compartments that he has to try and make his way into. At most, he can maybe get his way into this one with a bomber bounce, and maybe, just maybe hit this one, but he still has to worry about this crusher and this double cannon, and this roaster, and this other crusher, and this giant cannon. Do I need to say more? This base is incredibly anti-P.E.K.K.A. So, what does he do to take it down? Looks like he's going to switch to a giant to get a bit of tanking value, and now he's going to send in his battle copter. Really smart placement, because see what he can get. He can get this archer tower, this cannon, a double cannon, and this crusher with it, and possibly damage up the Mega Tesla. So now where is he going to go with his main push, though, is the big question. He still has 4 P.E.K.K.As ready to go, but how does he even get into this base? Because there's nowhere where you can just bomber bounce your way easily into any of these 2 compartments. So we see that his battlecopter is easily taking down this double cannon, and now he's going in with his P.E.K.K.As. So you'll see, like I said, you can't really bomber bounce your way into more than one compartment, but what you can do is use both P.E.K.K.A abilities to take out a double cannon through the walls. That is absolutely genius. I would not have thought about that. So now he doesn't even need to worry about that compartment. He can take down this double cannon pretty easily. Now he's going to take down this crusher real quick, and he still has 4 P.E.K.K.As moving. He does have to get this archer tower at some point, and this giant here, look what it's doing, it's tanking the Mega Tesla and the giant cannon, meaning he doesn't really need to even worry about these for his P.E.K.K.A, because the giant is going to take care of all these huge defenses. He still has 1 P.E.K.K.A still alive. This bomber's going to break open one of these big compartments yet again, getting open this giant cannon, and now his bomber is getting targeted for a second, but it gets out of range barely. And guys, he has 2 P.E.K.K.As, one with the ability per usual, his battlecopter, and a bomber still alive here. He's going to easily take this down. What is smart use of the P.E.K.K.A abilities to take down that double cannon through the walls? A lot of people, including myself, would have never thought about that. I've never seen that before. This second stage is incredibly common, but he's going to go straight after it with a giant, yet again in front of his battle machine that is charging up its ability. and he's going to be able to get a lot of value here, with especially with this bomber bounce opening up both these compartments. Now, as we see, he has one P.E.K.K.A yet to deploy. He's going to wait, I'm guessing, to just see where does he want that. I would assume it's going to be over on this side. Yep, there it is. And it's going to be able to take care of that Tesla. And he's going to put down his last giant to tank for this Tesla and the cannon. He still has his battle machine ability, which he's going to probably use to get those zappies exactly right. And he has a P.E.K.K.A with the ability still standing. And guys, I think this is going to be yet another 6-star with a P.E.K.K.A ability still alive, and not to mention 3 P.E.K.K.As alive, the bomber and the battle machine. He is so consistent with P.E.K.K.As, he knows this interaction so well, and he is just absolutely genius when it comes to using them. I want to give another thank you to Zell for letting me just show him off here, and he is an absolute genius when it comes to using these P.E.K.K.A abilities. I mean, he is taking down anti-P.E.K.K.A bases left and right, just using the abilities in such a smart way that the defender doesn't even think it would happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to put another base link in the description of this video because you guys seem to really enjoy those, and thank you for watching. I'll have a new video out soon.